Hello and welcome back to Kyle's Financial News. I am coming at you today from an undisclosed location to give you an update on financial market news, some articles that I read over this morning that I wanted to discuss. There are changes coming to crypto and tax reporting. On an article I read over from TechCrunch, crypto platforms will need to report transactions to the IRS starting in 2026. And I'm going to link that PDF down below in the description. It has yet to be released from the IRS officially, so this is a semi-unofficial PDF document defining all the details about it, but it clocks in at over 365 pages of details, so it is certainly not a rough draft article. So I believe they are finalizing it here in the next couple days and going to be posting it early next month. Now, important to remember that gains from selling crypto and other digital currencies are taxable even without these new regulations. So if you were claiming capital gains, then you should have been reporting those already. However, previously there was no real standardization around these holdings and how they were reported to the government and to individual investors. So platforms such as Coinbase and other large brokers were not sending out forms related to having to report with the IRS and your capital gains and such. So beginning in 2026, covering transactions from 2025, technically, crypto platforms must provide a standard 1099 form. The IRS said it's also trying to crack down on tax evasion in the crypto space. So I wanted to read from you or to you a quote from the IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel. He said, quote, "We need to make sure digital assets are not used to hide taxable income, and these final regulations will improve detection of non-compliance in the high-risk space of digital assets." But again, end quote. But again, these regulations apply to custodial platforms only, for example, such as Coinbase, that actually technically are taking possession of the crypto that you put on their platform while it's on their platform. Decentralized brokers that don't hold your crypto underneath their own ownership while it's on their platform are excluded from these rules, at least still at the moment. So there is a difference between the custodial versus the non-custodial type of platforms. The Treasury Department and IRS have stated that they will cover these decentralized brokers in a separate set of regulations. So we will just need to be on the lookout for that in the future. Now, I wanted to change topics over to the Federal Reserve here for a minute. Add it to your calendar. This next upcoming FOMC meeting taking place on July 30th to 31st is already stirring up a lot of discussion around, again, where interest rates might be headed. It's no surprise that for the upteenth month now in a row, we're seeing article after article talking about how the Fed has to be considering lowering interest rates. They have to be doing it at either this meeting or the next meeting, how many interest rate lowering events they have to be doing before the end of 2024. The Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell does not have to be doing anything. Every time Jerome Powell gets in front of a microphone, he insists that we should expect higher for longer, and he expects the fight against inflation to be persistent and tough. And he has been consistently pushing that narrative all throughout, raising interest rates and holding them at where they've been. In an article I was reading on Yahoo Finance about the upcoming holiday, this is what caught my attention. Americans are still eager to spend on barbecues this 4th of July, even if their wallets are a little bit stretched. Overall, Americans are expecting to spend a whopping $9.4 billion on food alone this July 4th, according to the National Retail Federation. Now, I want to show you a graph here, and it's representing how the National Retail Federation is estimating where consumers will be spending on this 4th of July. And so we have a number of different categories kind of color-coded down below. We have cookouts, fireworks, attending parades, or going out, basically, which will all equate to shopping and spending increasing. All of those categories, as we can see, are going up or expected to go up, except for travel and vacation. The NRF is expecting travel to actually decrease year over year by 2%. But you may recall in a previous video I made where over 30 million people were expected to be traveling this year for the 4th, which is supposed to be a record-breaking amount. We will have to wait until after the 4th has come and gone, probably until July has come and gone, realistically, to get these numbers, get that data, and be able to reflect on all that data. As far as I can tell, though, summer is here and people are willing to spend. I am curious if the National Retail Federation will be changing their expectations going forward if we truly are expecting to see a record-breaking amount of travel that's going to be going on this 4th of July. Just a little bit of conflicting data. One organization is saying travel is going to be down. One organization is saying travel is going to be absolutely through the roof. And here we have the National Retail Federation also saying, well, people are definitely spending more on fireworks, food, shopping, going out, and all that other stuff. So I suspect the Fed will be wanting to wait until at least September's FOMC to then have data from this upcoming holiday to determine if consumers are truly slowing down on their spending or if they're just continuing to spend like no tomorrow, like they're not worried about increasingly tightening financial conditions, which is really what the Fed wants people to be feeling. The Fed wants people to slow down their spending, which will in turn help the fight against inflation that they care about so much. So that is all I have to report on today. Please like and subscribe to the video if you've liked the content that I've provided for you. Please leave a comment if you have anything to add to any of these talking points. And I am eager to continue posting videos as soon as possible. I am expected to be out the rest of this week, but if I can sneak in a little video here and there, I will certainly do so. So thanks for watching. I will catch you later.